Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood. I'm here to review John Philip Betancourt's continuing blog series, The Return of Dark Shadows, Series 11, Chapter 5, The Sacrifice. Sorry. This starts off with Granger, Soybahan, Serena Belmore, Maggie Evans, and Sebastian all at the old house, and they're trying to. Well, according to Granger, they're trying to send Barnabas to the other side. Obviously Granger doesn't do that. He's obviously lying to them. But it's what happens afterwards as well. Now they don't send Barnabas to the other side, and they don't bring him to our world. But his ghost is there. Just his physical self isn't there. His spiritual self is there though. I hope I've not lost anybody what I just said there. But Granger is one of those very conflicting characters because when I call him evil, I would call him condescending, and condescending meaning he wants what he wants, and I'm not exactly sure what he wants. Granger is one of those poker players who will shuffle the deck repeatedly as long as he's coming up with the grandstand play and as long as he's coming up with the ace on top. So whatever benefits him, not necessarily someone else. He wants to, I think, in my view, and again, these are my opinions. When I read these, I'm giving you my reader's perspective, and I hope you take away your own from this. Um, Granger, again, I don't, I can't sit here and say to you he's evil. Again, here's a guy whose cards. It's sort of like playing poker with somebody who's just holding their cards and they're not laying them down, and yours are already on the table. And he's constantly shuffling his deck, and he's very adjustable. It's almost like dealing with a chameleon. He he's able to change his color any given time to the point of, and I'm not meaning that as in the way Angelique does, but in a certain way of he's able to change the situation all around to where it can benefit him, not magically mind you, but just the situation in general. Just like he didn't, for example, in the previous chapter I reviewed, he didn't want Soybahan to even know, but yet when she found out, he wasn't like, oh no, you can't join. He was like, oh no, you can join. So he adjusted, but then yet he keeps, the other Collins is at a distance from all this. And then the most damnedest thing he said to Soybahan was, we might be able to get your dad if we exchange a soul for a soul. Basically, equivalent exchange a la Full Metal Alchemist, C. Edward Elric, which I love that because I'm a huge fan of Full Metal Alchemist. And the law is to get something, to get something that high, you have to have the equal amount exchange. You have to have equal to what you're actually wanting. So if you want a soul, you have to trade another soul, which I love that. I love that concept. That is awesome as hell. And so, do I consider Granger evil? I think Granger wants to experience anything that is supernatural. He wants to see it for him damn self. And that doesn't necessarily make him evil, but it doesn't necessarily make him the most trusting person either. He is one, I've said cynical and condescending, but there's another word I'm missing. I can't think of it yet. But I probably will as I'm continuing to review this. But again, he's a very interesting character. All these are. And Granger is no different. He's very interesting. Um, you get to the Rose. the cottage where Julia Hoffman and her daughter Quinn are, or sorry, I keep saying her daughter, granddaughter. Goodness me. Um, and she wants to give her a sedative to use mind control to basically erase any questions Quinn might have of her past, of why she wasn't there for why why Julia wasn't there for Quinn's father. Um, so that's something Julia doesn't want, and she almost does inject her. Lo and behold, the DA, I keep forgetting his name, so I apologize, but it's the one who I think is Quentin. I want to say Greco. I could be wrong, so I apologize. But there is something special about him, and I don't want to miss this because he has these special abilities where he can sense evil and can sense good. And I love that. He senses when someone is evil or when someone is good. He can sense evil intent, I'll say, or good intent. So that's also, I think, what makes him a great attorney as well. He has this special ability that is very unique. And I love how him and Quinn really blushing at each other. Again, he's very smooth and very handsome. Another reason I've said I think it's Quentin because he's smooth and handsome, and there's no one, and I mean no one, smoother than Quentin Collins. No one. Channel my daughter there. But I do love the character because he helps Quinn unexpectedly, but he senses this sort of dark feel, not necessarily evil about Julia, but dark presence about Julia. So when I say evil, I shouldn't have said evil. It was more of a like a dark intent is more of a good word than dark presence. It was not the intent Julia had wasn't the greatest, and he sensed that, and that is so cool. He also sensed, I think it was 2 chapters ago, that him and Angelique, he crossed Angelique when she was Cassandra in the Wincliffe, Nurse Cassie, and bam, he sensed evil intent, but she's way more evil than Julia. By God, that's like not even comparing. It's not even an equal comparison. But I did love that very much. That you have this character who, what I'll say is, you have a lot of unique characters, and you've had that throughout this series. So here's this unique DA, whether he's Quentin or not, is has this ability to just sense, evil intent or evil itself or good intent, which I love that. Um, the escape scene is very cool. It's very well done. You have the the card not working right away. You just because for a second, wait, I'm like, is Vicky gonna get out? Oh no, she might not. And then boom, they get out. And then when Angelique's powers are fading, they're fading, and by the time Victoria and Dominique, I almost forgot to mention Dominique, who's the DA's sister, gets out because they plotted this together to get out of the Wincliffe Sanitarium. You have the smack heard around the world, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking Victoria Winter straight up bitch smacking Angelique, and it felt so good, so good. What it did? I mean, come on, why wouldn't that feel good? Bitch smacker. Very cool. I love that you have you have a huge receipt, and then Angelique runs out. I love how Dominique's just like in fear of what just happened because of seeing Angelique's power fade. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you weren't expecting that and you just came from a mental hospital, yeah, I would be in a corner, like in the fetal position. Um, but so I like that, and I like how you have Victoria's son Curtis, reacting to her. You have Victoria finally being able to speak. So really cool. I really enjoyed that. The fact that you have Angelique, who was again looking for Alexandra, trying to kill her. I mean, that girl was definitely motivated to kill her. I'm curious to see what not just all the realization points that are probably going to come, but is Andrew just going to go out? Because I think that's been one big X factor that's been, and again, these are my opinion, that has been sort of, is Andrew now going to go on a tear for Angelique? Is he just going to go searching for her to kill her? And that could be very interesting to see if that happens, or if but we'll see. So, link's going to be in the description box, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.